Okay guys, so I've just moved into a larger office and not only did I have to move all of my inventory, but also this now infamous filming set. But I just realized that because it is over 5 years old, I have to renew it. Because this thing is all scratched up and even has a slight yellow tint which makes the PC photos look bad. So after an executive decision, the old set is now turned into 2 tables. Yeah. So in today's video, I'll show you step by step how to build a brand new budget YouTube filming studio to transform your videos from this to this. And we'll try to do that for under 100 euros. Let's go. Well, first you obviously need some tools. So step 1 is to go to your basement where you keep your kids. Wherever you have your tools available, and just take whatever you have, because if you don't take every single useless tool with you, you will definitely need it afterwards. That's always how it works. And then before buying the stuff I'll show you later in the video, measure out your room first, just to be safe. Because it is definitely better to make the set as large as possible, but you have to make sure it actually fits, so you wouldn't be sitting in regret 15 minutes after coming back with your purchases. Okay, so in my specific case, I'm going to purchase 2 pieces of 2 meter by 1.3 meter sheets of wide wood board and 2 1.3 meter squares, because the previous set had 2 by 1 by 1 dimensions, but I always felt that it needed to be a bit more deep. Yeah, and also you will need to get yourself 2 metal profiles for structural rigidity and 2 light bars. Anyways, let's go to the store and get the materials we need. Okay, and apparently store number 1 didn't have what we need. Big L goes to Sanoke. Now on to Depot. You know, you all Americans have Home Depot. We just have Depot. Okay, let's go. Finding a parking spot in Depot. And luckily Depot had what we need, so we'll just have to wait 2 to 3 working days for them to cut out the exact dimensions we need. So in the meantime, we just had to quickly benchmark the 3080 Ti, because man, construction takes time, and it's not even real construction. That's crazy. Anyways, the next week they finally cut out what we need, but it didn't fit in my car. But to be fair, nothing fits in my car, but it also didn't fit in Toyota RAV4, even though it's like the big mom car, whatever. So we had to borrow a big van from a friend and transport it to our office. And obviously we don't have the footage of us carrying everything into this room, so just imagine that very strong and sexy men were carrying this in slow motion. Hey yo, what the fuck? Now, since we have everything in here, we will need to drill some holes to put everything together, and since it is wood, we'll drill some smaller holes first before screwing in the big ones, and apparently I used the wrong drill and bent it. Yep, not hitting that Unk repairman status just yet. But with another drill, everything started to come along very nicely, and my friends were a big help in assembling everything by holding down the sheets. And I gotta say that with great size comes great responsibility. Whoa, hey. Because I remember last time I assembled everything with my dad quite easily. It was just the 2 of us, and this time it was all 4 of us. Of course, the cameraman was just filming our asses the whole time, but that's another topic for another day. What the fuck? And I also have to be honest with you guys, while screwing everything together, I also made a couple of mistakes by drilling too low. But you know, practice makes perfect. And by practice I mean just slaving your friends into doing the job for you. Nah, just kidding, he volunteered and no gun points were involved, I swear.
I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
So just like that, piece by piece, our studio was coming together, and after all walls were screwed into place, the metal profiles came in. These will be very handy for holding down the lighting, plus structural rigidity.
structural rigidity.
And yeah, with some measuring to ensure that it isn't crooked, it comes together very nicely. And then my inexperience kicked in once again since I didn't install the washers under the screws. But yeah, after installing washers, everything was sturdy afterwards. As for the lights, I used zip ties to hold them in place. And yeah, just like that, everything was set up nicely. And as for the costs, the total out of the pocket cost for me was 81 euros because I had to buy the walls for the studio and was very lucky with free transportation. But if we were to buy everything brand new from scratch, these metal profiles would be around 4 to 6 euros, these lights would be around 15 euros, and the screws would be another like 2 to 4 euros. Because yeah, I used the lights and metal profiles from the old studio. And for anyone curious, the table that this studio sits on was literally given away for free as a throwaway furniture, which are plenty on online marketplaces from old offices or home renovations. So yeah, with some dedication and a couple of bros, you can have a studio to shoot videos in just a few hours of assembly. And let me be honest with you, if you do any sort of product retailing, take product pictures in something like this. Good pictures sell very well. The previous studio set had paid for itself like many times, and I'm pretty sure that this one will too. And I'm also pretty sure that this video will get like 3.5 views, as it isn't my usual type of video, but I hope that it was useful and interesting because it took me way too much time to make it. Like, I could have made 3 or 4 regular videos in the meantime. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, cheap bastard out.